What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown Ups Gaming. And it's no secret that Xbox One is trailing well behind PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 is a very clear winner currently of this console generation, the console war. But to be honest, it's not all a bad thing for Xbox, and it's not all good news for PlayStation because, to be honest, being in first place for as long as PlayStation has, I think that there's a chance they may have gone lax. And the fact that Xbox has been struggling for the last 2 years to try to catch up to PlayStation, largely because, when the Xbox first came out, it was overpriced, it was very poorly handled with the announcement, and it got off to a really rocky start. Well, they're being in second place now, and them struggling so hard to catch up has forced them to do something that we haven't seen in a while. Xbox is innovating. They're coming up with brand new ideas. Well, some of them are brand new. Some of them are just brand new to Xbox. They're coming up with new ideas that are very interesting, and I don't think we would have gotten them if Xbox was in first place. If Xbox was in first place, we very well might not have gotten the idea to stream from Xbox One over to Windows 10. I mean, PlayStation did the same, did something pretty similar where you could stream, you could remote play all of your, or not all, but you could remote play certain PS3 games from the PS Vita, which was a cool idea. It was a great idea. I mean, I really liked the idea, but this is taking that idea, which didn't really work in practice anyway. In theory, it was great. In practice, it didn't work so well. Taking it from streaming to a handheld console to streaming to a ubiquitous platform like Windows, that is a massive step in that direction. And that, I think, could be a really, really good thing. Because Xbox is the only one who's trying to actually kind of unify the console and the PC. Now, Xbox claims that no other console manufacturer could, which I do argue that point because it would not be difficult for either Nintendo or PlayStation to come up with an application that would let you stream their games to Windows. They could do it. The point is, Windows or Xbox is doing it. Now, obviously, they're Microsoft, so it's easier for them, but they're the ones who are doing it. They claim no one else can, but I do argue that point. Another thing they're coming out with is HoloLens. HoloLens is a very interesting piece of technology. They claim it's not going to be limited to just gaming, that it's going to be able to do everything that your PC or smartphone can do. It's just going to be a whole new interface, which I do look forward to seeing that. And unlike the streaming from Xbox to Windows, I don't know that this is going to work. HoloLens, I'm very interested in seeing, but I don't know that, I don't have as much faith in that as I do in the streaming to Windows 10. But Xbox is bringing in some other things that I do think are cool. They're bringing in cross-buy for all the platforms together. They're bringing in cross-play, and for those of you who, I've mentioned in previous videos, cross-platform playing is actually a really good thing, and the fact that they're bringing this in is a great thing. Now, these two things aren't really innovations for Xbox. They're new to Xbox, but they're not innovations because, as far as cross-buy, that was PlayStation. PlayStation came up with that first. They even beat Nintendo on that because Nintendo didn't have a unified store system that you could buy one game and it would work on all your platforms. You had to buy it on multiple. You had to go to different stores. But when cross-buy came out, it was PS3 and PS Vita, and you could buy a game that played on both, and it would retain your progress in the cloud. Now, Xbox is bringing this in, but again, this isn't new to them as far as cross-play. Allowing you to play across all the platforms at once, they're the last ones to the table on that one. Which, they're still coming up with it, and it's still a win. They're the last ones, they're in last place with that, but that's fine. The fact is that, they are coming up with really good ideas. They're actually trying to turn the tide. And I really think that, it's a win-win situation for gamers. But tell me what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that these new ideas that Xbox is pursuing might actually help them catch up to PS4? What do you think about Nintendo? What is Nintendo doing? Because in all this time, we still don't know what Nintendo is actually doing to try to turn the tide, or if they're even just fine, satisfied with being in third place. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.